This is part 2 of plastic bottle flowers. I painted my original pieces and now I'm going to work on gluing together some layers, and I'm going to show you how to make your piece a little bit more complex. So I'm going to add the central part, and then I'm going to start adding stuff around it. And first I'm going to put a little hot glue in there. Hopefully it'll stay soft for a little bit, and then I can just shove this in there and let it dry. See? And then I'm going to start adding my exterior pieces once that dries a little bit. I'd like to thank Hannah, my camera person. She gets $1 per segment. All right, so I'm gluing these outer leaves on to give it a little bit of layering. And just be aware that the hot glue is pretty hot and that it does melt the plastic and it can really burn your fingers. So just when you're gluing it on, you might want to, I don't know, take some like paper towel or something and use that as a buffer so that your hands don't get too hot. I'm also going to add some other details to my flowers. I'm just going to get it ready. I have these straws, and I'm just playing around with different ways of changing them so that they create some other kinds of textures and stuff. And these are all like cut up, and then I'm going to shred them. And I got my hot glue gun working right now. It's heating up. Make sure you cut it on some kind of a surface like this so you're not going to ruin, you know, somebody's table or anything. I'm sure they'd be pretty mad. But you can take a piece of cardboard and lay it down, or a couple pieces of cardboard, and you can use that to cut on. So I cut these up that are going to go in the center of my piece. So I got my hot glue gun. See, I taped all those, I glued all those other things on the outside, and now we'll see how this works. I'll put a blob of glue in there and just cut. So now I have my central sort of straw part glued in there. It actually looks pretty good. You can see I have like 3 layers, the main part, the outer part, and then a larger inner part. Hannah's going to work on using some of these bottles to make an outer part for her flower too. I cut off the top of one of these milk bottles. You can see here's my piece. And then I just kind of cut sections into it to make it into like a flower form. But really it has a lot of tension. So I took it and put it upside down, and I flattened the entire thing and just shook it. And that really like widened out all these leaves so it has a little bit more surface, right? Instead of being really tight like the original shape of this milk bottle. So you can manipulate the plastic. You could try, like, if you use a hair dryer, you can probably soften it and change the shape a little bit. All I had to do is really like put a little bit of force on it. And now I can use it as the outer ring to Hannah's, let's see her thing here, to Hannah's inner flower, right, that she already painted. But we still have to paint this piece too. And then we'll be able to put these together. So you can see how it would make a nice interior flower, and then we can even put the center inside of this center part, and then maybe even put some other 3-dimensional shapes that come out of the center.